Hello, this is the Best Guy 19, and for this video, I will be covering other things on my channel, but for this video in particular, I do want to talk about a series that I've been watching since it came out, and I do have some real problems with some of the writing and the way it's just portrayed in general. Hazbin Hotel. I mean, I wasn't going to do this originally, but I've been watching videos of content creators who are sort of done covering VisiPop's universe, and I really, after listening to their explanations and also listening to the thoughts of, a YouTuber by the name of like Nuxtaku or Nuxanor, I really wanted to make this video. It would be cool if you saw it, to be fair. Shameless plug. I wanted to make this video to sort of talk about some of my own problems with the writing, particularly parts that could potentially be like massive plot issues in the future if they don't get addressed. So, spoiler alert, going forward, you were warned. So, Season 1, Episode 6, right? Charlie and Vaggie go to heaven, and they go through a trial, basically to see whether redemption is even plausible. Now, there's a lot of, dilly-dallying throughout the entire episode, and eventually it winds its way down to the point where it's revealed that no one even knows the criteria for getting into heaven. So, the problem with this is that it's not up to anyone that we know of. And here's what I mean. We don't know of any portrayal or that God is going to be shown in the series, and I honestly doubt it, considering the way that things are going. So, having said that, if the angels are not the one passing judgment, and it's more than likely not Lucifer passing judgment, considering, he's too busy whittling away with his rubber ducks to be a father or a king, which is totally why Lilith left, probably. Anyway, so that means that there's a third party passing judgment who is, in theory, more objective. So, and this kind of casts a problem on anyone who would maybe argue that there is an unfair judgment going on, because if it's not the angels and it's not anyone else that we've seen, then that means there is an, in theory, more objective party that is determining who goes to which afterlife. Now, having said that, now that Serpentius is redeemed, we still don't know the conditions for it exactly. And honestly, I have to say that the fact that Serpentius seems to be the only redeemed sinner actually casts doubt on Charlie's way of doing things, or that there was any hope for these sinners, or that they could have, or that there could have been a wrong judgment, or that they don't deserve to be in hell. And the reason is because it seemed like that the one being redeemed has to die a permanent death again by well, angelic beings, because Adam's blast of light is what killed Serpentius down in hell. But if the exterminations have been going on for like a long time, then that means basically that no one was worthy of heaven still. Which is sort of morbid. So, having talked about the judgment thing, I do want to say that if there's like a good like explanation that comes with it later, then I can accept it. But there's a big worry I have that they'll just leave it as we don't know how the judgment works, and I'm hoping that's not the case. So, going on to a couple other nitpicks, I actually don't like that Lucifer is just like portrayed as like a circus guy. I really wish that there had been more of like a sinister sort of attitude toward him, or more like a callous one, which we do see, to be fair, in some ways. For example, when he first came to Charlie's Hotel, he basically instantly shot down Charlie's ideas of redemption, and basically kind of talked himself up while also putting others down when he talks about the sinners, and he's saying that they're horrible. He goes, I gave them free will, and look what they did with it. Okay. Now, the problem with that is, one, I have serious questions on, although I doubt that the writing will actually delve into this. Was it really free will? Because the story that Charlie is reading at first says that Lilith and Eve were able to take the fruit of their own will, and if they don't have free will, how could they take the fruit of their own will? And you know what I mean. So that's something that bothers me. And the first thing he does is instantly sort of start bragging about how these sinners are all psychopaths and everything, which, to be fair, most of them are. That's why they're there. But I do want to point out that kind of like coincides with a problem. The fact that even if Charlie's Hotel redemption works, right? And let's say it does. Let's give her that. I don't think that most of them would want to be redeemed, because they can just indulge in whatever they want pretty much forever. So that's a huge problem going forward. And so while Lucifer may be right in that most of these sinners are horrible people, it also shouldn't be a point in his favor necessarily, because he basically just withdrew and, let the sinners run roughshod to the point where no one respects the family name, and people are constantly harassing Charlie about it. So, all the while he's in his tower working away on his rubber ducks. So, that's just a couple of nitpicks, along with like a big story problem that I could see going forward. And so, let me know what you think. And the Best Guy 19 out.